its founding in 1776, presidents leading the United States have become entangled in one of the biggest mysteries of mankind, the UFO Enigma.
People truly believe, and this has come out in various surveys and national polls about this, that the government is keeping secrets from the American people about not only the existence of UFOs, but government's involvement with UFOs.
Some presidents claim to have no knowledge of our nation's alien secrets.
If the United States Air Force did recover alien bodies, they didn't tell me about it either, and I want to know.
But many modern presidents have witnessed UFO events that inspired them to share their experiences with the public. None more than the man known to some as the UFO president, Jimmy Carter. Leary, Georgia, 1969. 2 years before Jimmy Carter becomes governor of Georgia and later president of the United States, he is giving a speech at a local school when a guest points out an unusual light in the sky.
And Carter saw this, and it affected him a lot, because not only did he remember the sighting and talk about it years later, he went out of his way to report it to the International UFO Bureau at the time that was investigating this phenomenon.
Carter's official report described it as self-luminous, changing from blue to red and back to white in color. There are an estimated 10 to 12 witnesses to the event. And yet, Carter was not alone. His successor, Ronald Reagan, claimed to see a UFO and took his thoughts of alien invasion all the way to the United Nations. 1974. In the skies over California, future President Governor Ronald Reagan is flying to Bakersfield, California in his Cessna jet when he catches sight of an unusual object outside the window.
When Governor Ronald Reagan was flying into Bakersfield, California, he saw a UFO outside of his Cessna aircraft. His ex-military pilot also saw this and recounted that the object stayed there for quite a few minutes, just hovering outside of the aircraft, and then zipped off into the heavens and completely disappeared.
Reagan admitted he himself was conducting UFO research on his own time. He was a believer, and to the man who would become president, this craft was reportedly real, unidentified, and possibly alien. A lesson he thought the entire world could learn from.
Perhaps we need some outside universal threat. I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world. And yet, I ask you, is not an alien force already among us?
Perhaps the biggest presidential encounter of all is not a UFO sighting, but a meeting between a sitting U.S. president and an extraterrestrial here on Earth. It is an encounter so significant, it could affect the future of every man, woman, and child, if we can prove it happened.
Eisenhower was an extremely important figure in our nation's history. He was an extremely powerful, well-respected military strategist. He came out of World War II. He was a hero. Our country revered Eisenhower.
According to alien theorists, President Eisenhower was called upon to meet with alien leaders on more than one occasion. But only one of those events coincides with the appearance of a possible alien craft. The location? Holloman Air Force Base in New Mexico. The date was October 16th, 1957, and the guests, an alien race known as the Greys.
So now we get to the event known as the Holloman Landing, wherein a ship, saucer-shaped ship, lands on the tarmac at Holloman Air Force Base in front of Air Force One, and a meeting is held right there on the tarmac.
Coming up next, one chilling photo could interconnect aliens and the history of our government for the past 50 years. See it and decide for yourself when we return. This is Unsealed.